Look, it's 8 o'clock.
I've just read. We're live. See, Blaney, I only know it's Sunday. Nobody knows what day it is because we're in the weird week. I only know it's Sunday because Nick and Andrea are late again.
Yeah, 8. Well, it was 8 o'clock where I picked up the phone. We're not late.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Nobody knows what day it is, let alone what time it is.
Well,
Honestly,
happy Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, happy weird period between Christmas and New Year. I genuinely have no idea what's been going on for the last few days. It's just been bleh.
Well, Ellen's been at work.
Yeah.
But it still just doesn't, it just still feels all very unsettling and strange.
It's a Sunday apparently, but it could be any day. Anyway, we thought we'd come on and chat about the year that was 2024. We've written down some highlights. We can talk about some of those highlights with our channel and eBay. And you can share maybe what highlights went on in your little worlds, and we can read some of those out. It's been a bit of an up and down year for us, I think. That's fair to say. Some really high highs and some problematic lows, but that's most years for a self-employed person, right? Let's be honest. I'm going to say a few hellos before we crack on. First in was C. Blaney. This is always so bouncy on here.
Yeah, I think if you pull it forward slightly. Hang on. Here we go.
Just as bouncy.
Okay.
Richard and Ian. Hope you all had a great Christmas, one and all. Exactly. Yes. Hope everyone's doing well. We had people were dropping like flies in the village. 2 of our neighbours are in hospital because Kevin further down than Fred is also in.
Yeah.
Our friend Fred, who lives right just there, he was rushed into hospital a few days ago. They're still not sure what's wrong with him.
No.
But he phoned me and I was like, "Are you all right, Fred?" I was worried he was having a stroke. I couldn't understand him. Cut long story short, he ended up being taken into hospital in an ambulance.
He thought he had a virus. They don't think he's got a virus. They thought potentially sepsis. They didn't know, but they're still doing tests.
Whatever it was that was going on, it was affecting his cognitive function, shall we say, a bit. It was a bit frightening. But anyway, so yeah, best of luck to Fred. He's still in hospital. Hi Helen and Barry and Mark, Fluffy Muffin. Hello everybody. Jonathan. Is it really Sunday? Do days even exist right now? Yeah. Isn't it funny? Take us out of our routines and we're useless, aren't we? It's just like, I don't know. What do you eat? Is it lunchtime? Does it matter? Should I just eat cake? Andrea came home from picking up Helen and goes, "Well, I'm gonna have a port because it's 5 o'clock."
I had a wee port.
And you said, "Well, it's in between Christmas and New Year. It doesn't matter. Do what I like." Yeah. We're all picking on random food and eating junk and drinking whatever's on offer.
I've tried the last couple of days to actually be fairly sensible and not eat anything too bad.
When did you try that?
Because, well, I haven't had any alcohol the last couple of days.
I was craving some sensible food today, so I had tuna.
Yeah. Well, I think
Nice.
2 nights ago I made a massive stew, didn't I?
I
wanted to eat all the vegetables in the world.
Yeah.
I'd eaten too much pastry.
I think C. Blaney's nailed it. It's been Friday since Wednesday. That sums it up.
Yeah.
Hello, Pete. Hope you're well, mate. Right, I'm going to scroll down. A few more people are popping in. Pianist Louise and Claire, welcome. Porky, hello, mate. Good to see you. Ian and Maggie's with us. Dig Vintage. Antoinette. Wow, everyone's popping in. Okay, I'm going to zoom down.
Oh, hang on. Updates from Ross.
Oh, go on then.
Hey, Nick and Andrea. Merry still Christmas. Been building the Lego Star Wars Dark Falcon on bag 13 of 17. Quite a job. No Guinness shortage here. Plenty of 0% cans.
0% cans. Looking forward to the second quarter of the 21st century. My goodness.
Mad, isn't it?
The millennium still feels like a couple of years ago to me.
Yeah. And all the planes were meant to have fallen out of the sky.
Oh, the millennium bug.
Everything was going to go mental.
Yes. Right. Hello, everybody.
Tamara's gone French.
Andrea's in. Hi there, Tamara. Bonsoir, mon petit haricot.
Good evening, my
little beans.
Small beans.
I'll take it. Small beans sounds fun. Right. Tommy, hello. Good evening. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Exactly that. Kenneth sent us I think he said in last week's chat, it might have been, he was saying, going to send something. I'm not going to reveal what it is yet, but it blew my socks off what you've sent. We are going to, I know I messaged you, we might slightly change our mind, but I think because it's so good and you want it to go to the community, which we are totally happy with, we think we're going to raffle it off so a charity can benefit, because it's worth a lot of money and it will be really amazing for somebody's business potentially. Yes, that's to come in the new year. But Kenneth, you are a gent and you are far too generous. So thank you so much. Right, let's get to the end of the chat. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Edgar. Lee. I'm trying to get to the end. Soph's Vintage and Thrift. Is that a new name to the chat? Oh, maybe. Hello. Oh, hang on. That's weird, because 3 of my family / friends all got shuffled into hospital this week too. All avoid making dinner. To avoid making dinner. That's a bit extreme. That's one way of getting out of it. Wow. I hope they're okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, everybody's at it. Look, my dad, this is Andrew. My dad ended up in hospital with a chest infection for the second Christmas in a row.
No.
What?
That's not the kind of tradition you want at Christmas.
Yeah, don't make it a tradition, whatever you do. Luckily, not Christmas Day this year. Nearly everyone we know has got something. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going about again.
Ian, I ended up in hospital, had emergency laser treatment to relieve glaucoma. Blimey.
Can everyone stop getting ill, please?
Well, I hope you're on the mend now, Ian.
We have good news. My dad's sister, Auntie Sylvia, or Sylv, as she's known in the family, she was in hospital on Christmas Eve. Did she have the op? Was it the day before?
Christmas Eve, yeah.
She was diagnosed with cancer. She has had a tumor removed and she is recovering. I find it hard to talk about things like that, so I won't. But she's okay.
Yes, doing very well.
Yeah, so good news all around.
Yes.
Oh, that's awful though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But you gave it a wonderful life, right?
Big hug.
It's
because we know what it feels like, and it's just the absolute worst.
When we lost Monty, it nearly finished me. It was awful. But grief is the price we pay for love. See, they're going to set me off.
The Queen said that, didn't she?
They're going to set me off. But our condolences. It's like losing it is losing a family member.
It's in some ways, it's even worse.
Nothing prepares you for that. Yeah. So sorry. Tamara, I cooked a chicken on Christmas Day. We will be eating it for another couple of weeks. Okay, was it a big one?
We had a little bit left over from the bird in a bed thing that we bought for you and your mum and dad. And we had a few left over, pigs in blankets, and somebody had put it in the oven to keep it warm.
And we didn't go back and finish
I didn't realise. And next day I put the oven on.
Yeah, so we all of our leftover trimmings and stuff, we kind of got warmed up again rather. Anyway, Kenneth,
I was thinking, what is that smell? What's it smell?
It's a common one though, isn't it? Putting the oven back on and something's left in there. We've done it before. We cremated some mushrooms.
Yeah,
once.
I did. I forgot to take the mushrooms out one day.
Yeah.
And then the next time I cremated them.
See, Kenneth says, when you give days different names, like Christmas, Christmas and Boxing Day, instead of regular weekdays and dates, it F's with our brain. Exactly that.
It does.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's not a normal Wednesday. It's Christmas Day.
And you're eating differently and at different times. You're often traveling to people and seeing different people. You're not working. Your routine's gone out the window. And we're just all like,
And
madness.
then it's followed up with New Year, which is equally as strange.
I clearly remember when the year 2K was a long way away. You know, there were songs about it. Oh, 1999 by Prince. Oh, in the far distant future.
I know.
And the Pulp one, year 2000.
Let's all meet up in the year 2000.
Let's all meet up in the year 2000. That was out in what, 95, 96? And it still felt like miles away.
Yeah.
25 years ago next year.
Yeah. Chris says, how's the TV situation? We're still using the spare.
We're using the one I had in the shed, which is fine. But
it sounds, the EastEnders intro sounds like somebody, like a monkey's playing on a tin drum.
Because we're used to a big telly with...
Well, no, it's just got no bass.
Yeah, with not great sound. We don't have a sound bar, but it's got a bit of bass to it. This one, it's just so tinny. But it's fine. We are, you know...
We're going to get one in the sale, but we haven't managed to get out yet.
No, we've got, as usual at this time of year, we've got a lot on. We're heading off soon again to go visiting family, and we've got other things to deal with that we probably won't talk about here. It's just a lot going on, but we will go to, I don't know, somewhere that's got a sale on in the new year.
Yeah.
Buy a telly.
Yeah.
Because the other one died. If you're not up to speed, it just suddenly went the other day.
Like a couple of days before Christmas, the screen went blank, and that was that.
Hello, Valentin Lonescu. Hi, guys. Merry Christmas, although a bit late. And I wish you a Happy New Year. Thank you. Same to you. Hey, lady. Right, let's get to the end of the chat. Get to the end of the chat. Hang on, what's Tommy saying? Was doing a movie quiz over Christmas with family, and we realised that most of the movies and culture we reference is over 20 years old already.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it feels like yesterday.
Oh, me and Ellen were watching the Top of the Pops roundup of the year, and they were talking about the anniversaries that had gone on through the year, and then went from 84 with some of the most famous albums in 84, and then went to 94 and Blur and Oasis, and I'm like, 30 years ago, that was like yesterday.
Definitely, maybe
years ago. So I was feeling like that. And then it went to 2004. It was the Killers.
Hot Fuss. Was that 2004?
Yeah. And Ellen's like, no way, is that 20 years?
It will be, you know.
That's crazy. Even Ed Sheeran's Thinking Out Loud or whatever was 2014. That's definitely yesterday. That's not 10 years ago.
Time speeds up.
Oh, look, Ross has booked a holiday.
Oh, Gran Canaria from the 14th. Enjoy it. Help to get through January is a real struggle. Well, one of our friends pointed out, the days are already getting longer. Hooray!
Yes. Well, today, I picked up Ellen at 4:30, and it wasn't completely dark yet. And it seemed, the sky, there was still sunset, and it was, quite nice.
There you go. Ian says, many thanks, doing okay, thanks to the brilliant hospital staff. Excellent news.
Good.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. Yeah, funerals are never fun. But they should be a celebration. We're not very good in this country about going, yay, that person was amazing, let's celebrate. We went to your friend Margaret's, and that had an element of that, didn't it?
Element of celebration.
Celebrating a life, rather than being all...
Yeah, I really hope that, when the day comes, mine is a celebration of life as well. It's, that we should celebrate people's lives rather than, obviously we're all sad that they're gone, but
it's difficult because grief is a real thing. And
Yeah.
It's a tricky one. Quickly, Ross says 2024. We are going to talk about the year in a minute. We'll get on with it. Was an odd year. Changed my business direction. Hurt my knee. So for a while, reselling took a back seat. Had my best ever month in November. Good for you. Definitely think 2025 will bring some success. Absolutely.
Oh, hello, Swamp.
Oh, Swamp said hello from over the pond. I think yesterday was my birthday. But
was it? Happy birthday.
You think so? Happy birthday for maybe yesterday. Maybe. Ben asked, can you do a live stream or video about tax? Only if I can get Aaron back on the channel again, who is qualified to talk and give tax advice. I am not qualified to advise you on anything to do with tax. I could tell you what I do, but that's not advice you should necessarily listen to. We have had Aaron Patrick, who's a lovely chap, on the channel a couple of times. I think he's been on Chris's channel recently.
Yeah.
I might speak to him and see if he wants to come on and talk about tax. There are some videos. If you search Nick Hill's, probably Nick Hill's tax
or HMRC,
those videos will come up about how to account for reselling, how to do cash accounting for cash purchases, that sort of stuff. But am I going to give tax advice? No, never. I am not qualified. Is the answer to that one. Okay. Sorry if I've missed some comments. I'm going to scooch down to the end. Oh, there's lots and lots of comments. Oh, Lucy, that's awful. Going to his funeral on the 8th of Jan.
Goodness, that's so young.
Good Lord, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Lucy.
We did go and change the subject dramatically. We did watch the Wallace and Gromit. I quite enjoyed it, actually.
Yeah, we did. We actually watched it on Christmas Day, amazingly enough, when we were having our tea.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
Oh, yeah.
First Christmas.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be different. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Don't set me off. There's no coming back once you set me off. So we were going to talk about highlights of this year and then maybe look forward to next year. I did our YouTube stats, which were quite interesting. It's like I said, it's been some really big peaks in our YouTube and some parts of the year where everything tailed off. We lost lots of subs and it was a struggle. But overall, we have gained 4.3K in subs, which is pretty good. Our channel doesn't grow very fast. It's slow and steady. Overall, that wasn't a bad year for us. We've had way, way bigger years for growth on YouTube, but overall 4.3K. It was very up and down. Gain a lot, lose a lot, gain a lot, lose a lot, but it's kind of settled down again now. We've had 1.7 million views this year, which is nowhere near the biggest year we've had, but it's not too bad. And 11,000 days is how long people have spent watching us do rabbiting on. 11,000 days, which is, wait for it, 30 years. 30 years of time people have spent watching Muggins and Muggins 2.
Yeah. Muggins 2.
And that doesn't include Andrea's channel, which is really growing. So, didn't include your numbers in it.
No, didn't look at that.
So it's not been a vintage year for our YouTube, but it's been steady.
We plodded
through as far as YouTube goes.
No, I'm really happy that mine has managed to grow this year quite significantly, and I'm on 5,000 and a bit now.
Yeah,
and,
you've already said one of your aims for next year is to get the consistency.
To really go for it. And I know that I've been rubbish during December, but it's been a lot this December.
Yep.
Personally and everything else, it's been a lot. But yes, I should be getting back into it in the new year.
So we looked back on our YouTube videos to see if we could pick out some highlights. The obvious one from the start of this year was the meetup. Now we've switched to doing our Christmas meetup in January for the last couple of years, and that works really well. It's easier for people to get time out, I think. People are less booked up. And it gives us something to look forward to. And we're doing it again this year, but even later in February. Now, in case people didn't see that announcement, when is it? February the 11th? No? Can't remember.
I think it's the 22nd. That's what rings a bell to me.
Okay.
But I will find the thing and let you know.
But I looked back and early Jan, I think it was last year.
Saturday, the February the 22nd. So we are in the Wetherspoons, which is the Angel Vaults on Sun Street in Hitchin in Hertfordshire from 12 p.m.
So that's a Saturday. A lot of people are coming down and booking up for the whole weekend. So we'll be out and about on the Friday as well. I've had messages from lots of people who've booked up. It's going to be a good one.
Oh, John Shepherd's coming.
John's coming, yes. Lots of people that you may have seen in the past videos, good friends of ours, Lex, Carla. I think Tom's going to be able to make it. I'm not sure. Steve can't, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I think Heather's going to be there. Shelley and Tom, I think, are coming.
Yeah.
Chris and Catherine, and loads of people.
And Lex.
Yeah.
And Carla.
So I think it's going to be a busy one.
Yeah.
If you can make it, it's free and it's open to anybody. It's not an organised event. It's a meeting of like-minded people to have a good laugh.
Dig Vintage is coming, booked into the Priory.
Oh, it's nice down there. Good. Yeah. That's only a 5-minute walk from the venue. So absolutely. Yeah, we've had friends who've stayed there and they recommended it. Good stuff.
Yeah.
By the way, if you are coming and you've never met us before, just come up and wave at me and go, hello, because I won't know who you are. Just come up and say hello. Yeah, can't wait. So that's going to be whatever you said, 22nd?
22nd of February.
So that was a highlight of this year. It was really good this year. It was quieter. It was a relatively low-key event this year, back in January, but I loved it because there was very little pressure. I found time to sit and chat at length with most people because that part is really difficult, getting around everybody. But it was really good. We had a lot of fun. And the Dobble tournament started, which is going to carry on this year. Ali is going to be there, I believe, to defend her title.
I'm so rubbish at Dobble. I'm just not very quick on that at all.
Anyway, so that was a big highlight of this year, and we will make some more memories in February. So be there if you can.
Shall I read out a couple of other people's highlights?
Yeah, do it. Absolutely.
No, I saw Tommy's. But have I gone past it?
I think you went past.
Sorry, bear with. I'm just trying to find. No, I haven't gone past it. There's been a lot of chat. Here we are. Great year all in all. First complete year of full-time reselling. Stock reserves built up to double the size of the store. Paid everything off and fully debt-free. Amazing. Monetized on YouTube and set up for 2025. That's wow. There we go.
Sometimes it's all about just getting the foundation set up.
Yeah.
And if that's what 2024 was for you, then you've done everything right. Okay. And now you've got a platform you can just build on, and that just sounds perfect.
Ali says, definitely feeling the bringing on of 2025. 2024 has been an overall 3.5 out of 10 for me. Yeah, it's been a bit of a stressful one for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got some catching up to do when we meet up because you know things. Yes, we can chat. we can share stories.
Hawk Webb says, this year I lost my lovely mum in March and it's been hard work to keep going, but it's just what we all have to go through, and I know my gorgeous kids need me to be happy mama. Yeah. Tricky time to navigate. Yeah, I'm really sorry.
Nothing.
It's so hard.
Nothing.
So hard.
Nothing will ever prepare you to lose a mother, a father.
No.
Just the thought of all of that scares me. I have no idea how it's going to affect us. But you're right. It's part of life. Yeah. But yeah, our condolences, 100%.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I don't know, but big hugs.
Right, so what else did I find? Oh, in February, I put out a video which said, I've finally cleared my backlog. apparently,
yeah.
in February,
It's
I
different.
cleared my
It's different
backlog.
now.
That is a distant memory. We have a much bigger backlog than I was trying to clear then, whatever that looked like. We also put out a video in Andrea's office when I said, I'm going to help Andrea push through and clear the backlog. If you saw the recent video, more stock than ever.
Do you want a YouTube versus reality? After that video where we pulled out loads of stuff for Nick to list, it's still there. It's just all sat there. I can barely move in the office now.
We had all these great intentions of, I'm going to take away a couple of crates of stuff and deal with them, or deal with this Christmas stuff. The video was delayed a couple of weeks because we were dealing with the mum bin promotion thing. But then I went and did a deal on 2 container loads of stock.
If anyone out there has messaged us, I know that Elaine, I've got to get back to.
Oh, did you not get back to people?
No, because it's been Christmas and I've been a little bit busy. But if anybody has messaged us over the last couple of weeks, asking about items that you might have seen in that video, and if we haven't replied, then feel free to just message us again, but not on eBay. Don't message us on eBay, and don't message us on the comments on YouTube, because they'll get missed. But we can't reply to you on eBay. So it has to be either, Instagram or our email address, which are both linked in the description box on our videos. So yeah, and Instagram messages or our email address. But yeah, feel free to fire that off again and say, I messaged you about so and so, because I haven't stopped like Christmas prep. I haven't been working the last couple of weeks. I've been doing Christmas prep. I've been cooking and all hosting. So I just haven't had time to really look at work things. So yeah, I apologize for that, but please, send the messages again.
Lenny says this year has been pretty crap. It has for you, certainly, but not the worst year I've had. So there's a positive. I can't control a lot of it, but I can improve my channel, and I have some ideas for that.
Ooh,
yes,
yay.
Indeed. I was hoping to make it to the meetup, but it's too soon after I get back from my Arctic cruise. I would love that. I don't get on with the cold, but I love the thought of going there.
The thought sounds good.
Yeah.
You'll be pretty.
Maybe next year. Absolutely. Thank you, Sharon, from a cold Athens, Greece. That doesn't seem possible, a cold Athens in Greece.
I think it was 3 degrees here today.
Thank you. It's James, and you forgot your name. My brain is not, it's in Christmas mode. Susan, 2024 was a year of big changes for me too. Yes. After a lot of setbacks, I finally moved house and country, adopted 2 lovely kittens, and started a YouTube channel. Yes, I was only looking at a video last night.
I don't know, because I know that BCP's been linking channels, so I don't know if BCP knows your channel name and can link it for people.
Is it called More Than My Family?
Yes, I think so. I think that's what it's called, is it?
Well, Susan can put the link in because she's a mod.
Yeah, actually, you can. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, right. I will be there. Don't know about retaining my title though. She's keeping it on the low key. Secretly, she's like, I'm going to win. Okay.
There you go. BCP's on it.
Could you leave the meeting details in the description or a pinned message, please? We can try and remember to do that, but it's on
our community page on YouTube. So if you go to the community tab, it'll be there.
Community post. Yes, there is one on YouTube. Otherwise, it's on both of our Instagram if you scroll back a week or so. There we go. Thank you, BCP. Good to see you. Okay. Yeah, eBay versus Vinted, I think is going to be a theme. We are going to, once we get our heads around the new year, get that out of the way, we'll be looking to open, I don't know whether we're going to have one each or one vintage shop.
I think probably one. I don't know. We'll see.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it a go. I've heard good things. I haven't watched it yet, but George put out a video. I think the thumbnail seemed to indicate eBay's gone down and Vinted's gone up.
I think a lot of people are finding that.
Yeah, it's not good news for eBay generally, but we'll see whether it's a big kind of everyone jumps on and tries it out and then everything levels out. But we'll certainly give it a go.
So yeah, it is Morden. How every time I forget how you pronounce that.
Mvanwi. Something like that. Yeah. So other highlights when I was looking through our YouTube channel. We were going to this charity warehouse sale over in Bury St Edmunds, and we were really getting into that. You were like, that was your favourite place in the world.
Oh, it's brilliant.
We'd get there early, be in the queue for like 45 minutes or whatever, and then it was like just full on jumble sale kind of atmosphere for an hour or two. And the stuff we were getting out of there was amazing. And then they stopped it. Yeah,
and they said that in the new unit they were going to have a clearance section, and they don't. And everything's really, really expensive in there. And if you've watched my channel, then I actually went to that new one, and I went and had a look round, and you can see how expensive it all is. It's eye-wateringly expensive, and I can't see a clearance section anywhere. So
it makes you wonder where
such a big mistake. They really have.
It makes you wonder where that volume, because they cleared so much of that out every month.
Yeah, and we spoke to somebody there and told them what a great idea it was. That was quite early on. And they said, oh yeah, well, it's brilliant for us because we get so much stuff in. We can, clear what we're, what sometimes we don't get it all to the shops, and it just seemed ridiculous.
Yeah, it's frustrating for us because they were making a lot of money out of it and doing really well, and the staff seemed to love it and the customers seemed to love it, and they stopped it anyway. So unfortunately we don't have the charity warehouse sale to go to anymore in Bury, which is a disappointment. And then I think it was late Feb or March, the twins came to stay. They've been a feature of the channel on and off pretty much since they were born, and they came up and they helped me pick orders in the shed. We're going to see them in a couple of days. We've not seen them yet this Christmas. They're going to secondary school. I
know, it's madness, isn't it?
Yeah, so it was lovely to have them here. And then March, eBay, in their wisdom, withheld our earnings because we had to prove we were a business.
Yeah, you've all been on the ride with us.
I mean, looking back, it was farcical.
Yeah.
The main reason it was farcical was because we have been trading on eBay as the same business entity for 20 plus years. When they asked us to prove we were the same business entity, and we sent all the paperwork that backed that business entity up as in a partnership in our name, all legal with the HMRC, they refused to accept it. And then started weeks of stress because they kept saying, you've got a certain amount of time to do this, and weren't telling us what they were going to do. I was so stressed out by the whole thing.
People, they know. I just wanted to quickly read this. Sharon says, 2024, daughter finished uni, husband still being a great partner and dad, new puppy, Aussie, is a French bulldog, 3 months old on the 5th of January. Good memories all round. Fantastic.
Excellent. Do you want to...
Yeah, Tamara says, I sent you an email about Hornsey. No need to reply. Okay, thank you, Tamara. Stu. Go on.
Oh, sorry. Got to be honest, 2024 wasn't a good year for me for various reasons. Looking forward to seeing the back of it and hoping 2025 is a lot better for everyone. That's it. Look forward, mate. things can only... Oh, I'm going to start singing D-Ream. Don't.
Please don't make him do that.
Yes, I hope 2025 is better for you, mate.
Yeah. Right. Did you want to carry on? Sorry.
Let's just read some of these highlights. Hi both and everyone on the chat. One of our highlights was to have the winning bid on one of your whatnot items. Oh, that comes up in our highlights on here. Well, not necessarily your winning bid, but us doing whatnot. Also, thank you for sharing so many vlogs in 2024. You are very welcome. This year's been very up and down. Started well in January, but February went downhill when I lost my pet border collie. Yeah, we've said it just a little bit earlier. We've been there. Losing a pet it's trauma, real trauma. I'm still not over losing Monty. If I think about it, it sets me off. Don't set me off. Yeah, so whatnot. When did I wrote down when we started on whatnot? April, we tried out whatnot. I don't know if we're going to go back to whatnot now. We were going to do a couple of Christmas shows and just never had the compulsion to really do it.
I don't know.
And now we're going to be pushing Vinted once we get on that. Are we going to go back to whatnot? It's a good question, and we will see in the new year, or whether we go back to doing some auctions on here. Maybe. Let me close that Facebook down because it's beeping at me. Right, where are we? 2024 was another year just improving, beat all sales from last year and gaining 2,400 new subscribers. Awesome. On my YouTube channel, I'll be vlogging on the 22nd of Feb. Absolutely. Yep, onwards and upwards. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Yes.
Well, that's the way of putting it, yeah.
Well, I wanted to touch on that. They did solve it eventually. I think a big reason why is because we put out a video which went viral and people high up at eBay saw it. And that greased the wheels because it was all solved within 24 hours or 48 hours after that video reaching people at eBay. But the positives that came out of that was that we spoke to people, very senior people at eBay, one of which, who was the general manager, now works for Vinted, by the by. But we have now a couple of contacts at eBay that we can talk to about what's going on from the ground and what we hear within the community. And then we were invited to be part of the Seller Council. So we have a forum where we can share issues and share issues that we hear about on Instagram or on YouTube or anywhere. So although it was an absolute nightmare, we did get 1 or 2 viral videos out of it. And we've now gained a professional relationship with people at eBay that can initiate change. So it was all positive in the end. By the way, we do not have a magic number where we can solve your account issues.
We do not.
We get messages all the time from people saying, can you ring up your contact and sort my account out? I'm afraid the answer is no. We cannot deal with anybody else's account issues or speak to eBay on your behalf, unfortunately. So please don't ask.
No. But if there are issues that, you know, are being encountered by the community at large, then yes, we can certainly pass that on and tell them what's happening. And what people's concerns are.
We can pass on gripes and issues and bugs and concerns, things you want to improve, things you think are a waste of time, all of that stuff. They are wanting that feedback from us and the other council members. So yes, leave those messages here on these Sunday ones, or maybe we'll do, when we know council meetings come up, perhaps we'll dedicate a Sunday to that moving forwards. So that was a positive that came out of one of the worst couple of weeks we've had in our business life ever. So that what ended up being a positive. Right. Do you want to read some more chat? We are at the end. the end of the chat. So summer, looking back on our YouTube, summer was just all about the yard sales and jumble sales. Up here in Norfolk, there was a never-ending supply, it felt like.
Yeah, it's been great.
Of yard sale events.
Yeah.
Some were incredible, some were pretty lame, but it's always a bit of a lottery.
Yeah.
But we sourced most of our stuff, I think, from yard sales and from that charity warehouse. So every time we went, we would fill the car, the charity warehouse. But yeah, I'm looking forward to more yard sale events next year.
Yes.
And it still seems to be spreading.
I love a yard sale. Can't wait.
Yeah. Well, we did another one here this year in the house. It was pretty
outside the house this year.
Yeah,
it didn't rain.
Didn't rain. Yeah, because our village here has a yard sale trail, so we tend to set up and then whiz round as well.
Yeah, we had Ellen's. Well, I didn't actually look round.
You didn't? No.
I helped out with Ellen.
Now, we get a lot of questions about, weren't you developing an app? Yes, we have. We have a product, and it has been out on Android quite a while. It is currently unavailable on the Google Play Store, which several people have messaged me and pointed out. We are aware it has been taken off. There's a lot been going on. It's been a very up and down year for that. There's been a lot of changes within the app company that we have to develop this app. Lots of things that are incredibly boring to do with people and juggling things and moving things around and making everything so we can move forward. We know the app isn't available currently. That's part of the process. It's going to be made available once the Apple is at the same point, and then we are going to do a main public launch together.
Yeah, but everybody who took part in the beta testing of it still has the app, and it will just be updated, won't it?
If you already have the app, that should continue to work. Once the new version is out, just upload.
Yeah. Just
swap over, delete one, download the new one, and your accounts will remain viable. They will just transfer across. Lots and lots and lots been going on with that, most of which is dull, doesn't bear repeating. But believe me, we are working hard on that. Right.
Pure Vintage says, wishing you and your family a happy and healthy new year. Thank you for everything. Take care. Thank you, and happy new year to you too.
Thank you very much.
And Barry says, some good news. I'm back driving and back to work on January the 6th. So ending this year on a high note. That's brilliant news.
Good stuff. Thank you for sharing.
Okay.
I put a lot less effort into eBay over the last 6 months, but sales still generally improved over 2023's figures. Well, that's good to know. Yes, I could do better, but not sure the added stress is worth it. So it's always a balance, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
So when I was looking through our last 12 months of videos, the other highlights, so where were we? Summer. Yeah, summer was just yard sales and haul videos and filling the shed with stuff. Because I did clear the backlog. Apparently, it said in February.
Yeah, we filled a shed and my workspace with stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, your workspace is not a workspace. You can't move in your
But also, we've ended up putting, because we've had to move like personal stuff out of your now board game central or whatever it is you call it. And now I've got all the personal stuff in there too. So now I literally can barely get in the door.
Yes, well, I need to take more trips into the loft. We are juggling space. We are lucky enough to have a relatively large house, but we have filled it. That is what resellers do. We expand to fill all available space, and we have achieved that here.
Although it's quite amusing because 2 years ago when your mum and dad came here, we'd only just moved in, and we'd bought a load of stuff from a neighbour, load of vintage stuff, but it was all stored in the utility room. So your mum's, we were talking about, juggling space and stuff, and your mum said, well, I was quite impressed that your utility room looks nice and tidy and clear of stuff. It's like, well, that's a positive then. We managed to keep that fairly clear.
I then took her upstairs and showed her the 2 rooms that are full of stock. She was like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yes, so.
Have you done your tax return yet, says Susan?
No.
We never do it until after Christmas. We've been in this game for over 20 years and we've never done a tax return until after Christmas.
Why we're in a good habit? It's not a good habit. We did do it early one year because we needed figures for Ellen's university or something, didn't we?
Yes.
But then we didn't submit until the last day.
And then we were late because we forgot that we hadn't submitted it. Rubbish.
Don't do what we do, right?
Stephen says, filled all available space. I wish I could relate.
You'll have a lovely new house to fill up soon. So then we scroll on past summer, which was for us mostly accumulating stock, which is what we do in the summer.
Susan hopes we've got a spreadsheet.
For what?
How little she knows us.
A spreadsheet for what?
For our tax. We don't have a spreadsheet.
Moving on.
We have a box full of paperwork.
Yeah. So in October, we were amazed and surprised and honoured to win an eBay award. I know you probably all know about this, but we thought we'd look back on it and see how we feel about it now. How do you feel about that now?
About what?
The eBay award.
Oh, the eBay award. Still thrilled about it. Yeah. I think that's probably, professionally the highlight of our year.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was lovely, that whole thing. The fact that the community came out and voted for us first, and then because it's a two thing. There's the votes, and then there's eBay's panel deciding.
Yeah, and all these people know that because they were involved in it.
Yeah,
but there was just the fun of it, wasn't it? Because obviously we were up against some of our friends, and
yeah,
and that was tricky. But also there was the sort of the banter and the camaraderie and all of that went on.
Yeah.
So
Tommy doing his songs.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Now remember
so that was
that
all good fun.
It's not a one-off. This eBay are doing that every year. I don't know how long this is going to go on for, and it's open to anybody that has an eBay business. We will definitely recommend it to anyone who cares to listen, because they just want a story, they want a business, they want an angle on eBay. So if you have that, just apply. You've got nothing to lose. Yeah. I think most people we were up against that we know in the community are going to reapply, and eBay encouraged that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the shortlist is next year, and we will get behind people that we know, people that we support, and help them to get the word out there. And hopefully someone else in our community will win the award again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, actually.
Yeah, can't wait. So that was, probably there's eBay's story of highs and lows for this year. There was the absolute stress and chaos of whatever it was. What did I say, March or whatever?
Yeah, I think it was March.
And then the high of winning the award, and then going to the eBay Open where we managed to meet so many people up there. And
that was good fun.
That was fun. Yes. And then eBay started tweaking a lot of things. The main one is it's now free to sell on eBay, as they keep telling me every time I turn the telly on, with a caveat, not if you're a business. Still a bone of contention. But it's the first step in lots of changes. And eBay have pretty much said that. Next year, we're going to keep seeing incremental changes. And we think the end result is going to be that there's a buyer-facing fee, the Vinted model, if you like. How and when that evolves, we're not really sure. Whether it's going to be incremental, done in stages, as they've done with this.
Well, that was actually brought up, wasn't it, in a couple of interviews that the acting general manager gave.
Yes. So there have been lots of changes this year at eBay, not all of which have been appreciated by our community, certainly. But I think where they're trying to get to is going to be a positive place.
Yes.
Trying to be positive.
Yes.
The other thing that happened very recently, and we made a video about it, was the GPSR. GPSR is now in force and happening.
Yeah, and that's not an eBay thing, you know, that's a thing for all platforms.
Yeah, but how they went about explaining it to people and doing things on their site, I think wasn't great.
No.
So we made that video. You may not have seen it.
But then I think it was just very confusing for everyone involved.
It was totally confusing.
Yeah.
So we did nothing. I've had many conversations with people who've messaged me who are still very worried about it all. And said, well, what are you actually doing? And we said, well, nothing. And we've had no issues so far at all.
But then have we sold anything into the EU?
On GSP, almost certainly.
Okay.
But most or all of our stock, it doesn't fall under it anyway, if how it's worded is to be believed. Anyway, so there was all of that malarkey going on.
Yeah,
and there is still confusion about that as well. I may do a follow-up video.
Tamara says here, to be fair to eBay, they have been better than everyone else. Etsy and Facebook sellers are in a flat spin.
Etsy and Facebook, okay. Well, our Etsy has tailed off with sales, hasn't it, recently? Yeah, I mean, eBay, we are still fans of eBay. We came out the other side of the eBay debacle still being fans of eBay. They tested us. They tested our loyalty to the max, and we told them. But for us, eBay is still the best place to sell.
Yeah.
How long that remains, who knows? But yeah, we still, that is still our main income. And it's likely to be for some time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so how are we doing for time? Oh, not far from an hour. So I've got the last couple of highlights of the year are GPSR, Don't Panic, and then the board game deal that I struck with this lovely chap I met. I was listing a stack today. I'm a pig in mud with this one. I'm really enjoying working through it. There's so much work to do. It's a bit of a juggling act with space, and there's so much more to come. But I couldn't have asked for a better haul.
Well, if anyone was qualified to sell board games, it's you.
Do you need a qualification? I know board games are a nightmare for some people. I speak to people and they're like, I don't even touch them. I can't deal with them. They've got too many parts. I'm like, I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that was a wonderful, wonderful end to the year. And I'm a fraction of the way into it. I have been sharing some of the highlights of the sales on Instagram. So please follow me on Insta if you want to keep up with that sort of stuff. Sold a £220 one that is leaving the building tomorrow, actually. For example, one board game. Sold another book, a Warhammer book, for 250 the other day. It's the third one of those that's gone. Some incredible, incredible stuff, and so much more to come. Cannot wait. I want to go back and get more tomorrow, but I can't. Yes. Right. So that was it. That's my 2024 in highlights. Yes. Did you have anything to add?
I was just reading what was being chatted about. A bit of chat about Etsy and yeah, people leaving Etsy because of
What's this one?
I was just reading this one. All the vintage sellers I know have turned off international or left Etsy because they don't understand the GPSR, and Etsy has been no help. And Billy Blue Sheepy says, I'm furious with Etsy. I bought handmade Christmas presents and got drop shipped something from Amazon with Prime receipts.
Oh, there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
That undermines the whole ethos of what Etsy was. And I say was because it's not anymore, is it? Yeah.
Laura. Hello, Laura. Says, joyful holiday wishes, Andrea and Nick from Colorado. Thank you, Laura. I hope you had a good Christmas.
Thank you very much. Yeah, someone was saying that they couldn't sell off their board games. Who was that? I would find it so hard to part with the games. I have so many I've bought but will never play or sell. Yeah. Okay. GPSR, I just disabled global shipping. Can't be bothered leaving the EU Brexit was the final nail in the coffin when it came to my international sales anyway. I'm just surviving off UK sales now. Well, we were relaying this to eBay that so many people were so confused and scared by it that they just switched off international trade. And in my opinion, and a lot of this is opinion based because it's so vague, there was absolutely no need to be worried about anything. And I'll save it for another video because the GPSR thing is so complicated but also dull at the same time. Anyway.
Okay, well, it is 4 minutes to 9, so let's have some New Year words of wisdom.
Okay. If you are new to this, I haven't got a clue when this started. I think it was in lockdown, possibly.
I don't know.
When we had keep safe and sanitize. Andrea used to end with keep safe and sanitize when we were all like confused with the whole lockdown situation. And then other people started chiming in with their own versions of that. Yeah. And somebody did us a little picture of the keep safe and sanitize thing, didn't they? Which I've still got.
Yeah.
So now we just ask for your words of wisdom and we share them and read some out and pick a favorite so we can try and end on a positive. That's the idea.
Right. So we've got one from Will. Says, think I caught his spirit later that same year. I'm sure I heard his echoing my baby's newborn tears. Hang on. I just wish I could have told him in the living years. Yeah.
Mike and the Mechanics, isn't it?
Indeed, yes. Ian Dawkins says, don't sit down and wait for the opportunities to come. Get up and make them.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's a brilliant
yes.
One. Love it. Yes. Yeah. Fluffy Muffin says, an empty space won't be empty for long. No, that's true.
Not in a reseller's house, it won't.
Susan says, yay, it's almost January. Pete says, don't be afraid to meet new people.
I like that a lot.
Come along to our meetup.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all very good at sticking in our own little safe boxes, if you like. But so much comes out of meeting new people.
Yeah.
It really does.
Moving here and meeting new people has been really good.
Yeah.
And I think we've got new friends for life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But it is frightening, and I get that. I understand both sides of it. Yeah.
Elaine says, have a peaceful new year. Now, that would be nice if we could all around the world have a peaceful new year, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Let's not talk any politics.
No, I'm not talking politics. I'm just wishing the world a peaceful new year.
100%.
Yeah. Lainey says, may all your troubles last as long as your New Year's resolutions. I'm not making any New Year's resolutions.
I think we're going to have...
And Ellen said she's not setting any goals this year. She's just going to keep working on the goals that she already has.
Yeah, I get that. I think ours are more general with the backlog and with productivity. I don't think it's going to be hard and fast targets that you might miss, but we do need to change some habits. That's what we need to change.
I've just read Stephen's.
What?
Be careful what you share on live streams. let's not elaborate on that one. Shh. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Hans Love Treasures says, roll your own dice and play your own game. You can't control the other players. That's so true.
That's a brilliant one. That's a contender.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Porky says, the future depends on what we do in the present.
Yeah, exactly that.
So very true.
Going back to what Tommy was saying about this year, kind of getting things in place, getting the YouTube channel going and getting everything set up with eBay, paying off the debts and That's so cool. Setting foundations, then you've got something to work on. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 1 month until Elaine's daughter's 35th birthday. Wow. Happy birthday to your daughter for a month's time. Ross says, selling Easter eggs on Boxing Day en masse should be illegal. So wrong. Who is buying this? This so much Christmas chocolate. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Are they really selling Easter eggs already?
Stu says, you've put on weight during Christmas when your scarf no longer fits. Phil says, last year's resolution was to lose 20 pounds by Christmas. Only 30 pounds to go.
Oh, JS, thank you so much. J5, apologies. You two have helped me out so much with advice, so thank you. Well, I'm glad it helped. All we do, and we've always said this, we just share what we do, right? We're not right or wrong. We're just sharing our process and what we do. And if there is advice in there that helps, right, fantastic.
Tamara says, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs, you'll have a successful eBay business. Apologies to Kipling. Yeah.
If you can't live without it, buy a spare. That is good advice. I've taken in my later years of buying two of things.
But you lose both. He does.
Well, yeah, there was something recently where I lost both of them and then found them both again. It's like, tell me if you're like this, right? But these days, if I find a pair of trousers that fits right and I really like them, I'm buying 2 or 3 pairs of them. Right?
It's true. Yeah. Sharon says, try to stick to the saying, today is a new day, new beginnings and new memories. Amen.
Lovely.
Subscribe to Stephen's new channel and see him expertly handle his tools.
That's not what the channel's going to be, is it?
That's his OnlyFans.
Oh, right. Stephen's Pepper Pot House channel. I am genuinely excited to follow that.
Me too.
Not the OnlyFans. I'm not.
I really enjoy the house channel where they do houses up and talk about interiors and stuff. I love that.
Yeah.
So what are we going with?
Can I pick?
Yeah, you go for it.
There was one somewhere near the end of that I really liked. I'm never going to find it now. Maybe it was more here. Oh.
I don't know how you see it when you zoom past so quick. Bear with. So many good ones today.
I don't know where it was.
Yeah. I liked one a bit further up. I think we both liked that one.
Oh, that's good as well. Can't control the other players.
Yeah.
I can't remember now.
Don't be afraid to meet new people.
That's good.
Don't sit down and wait for the opportunities to come. Was it that one?
There were a couple. I could have picked many. They're so good tonight. Don't sit down and wait for the opportunities to come, get up and make them. That reminds me of the Pet Shop Boys song, Opportunities, in a way. Yeah, I'm all about that. A big part of what we do as self-employed people is being able to identify opportunity and then being brave enough to take advantage of it and make it happen.
Yeah.
So I love that. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Okay. Yes. Thank you for joining us for that ramble. In the new year, we may get back into having occasional guests on. We're not going to keep that as a rigid thing, but as and when we get people that want to come on and have a chat, we will do so. I know there's a couple of guests that want to come on and have a second chat, which we're totally up for. I know Jamie Dodger James wants to come back and chat about another subject. So we'll get back into having some guests on. When we're not doing that, we may get back into doing some hauls. We haven't done a haul in this scenario for quite a while.
Apparently, StreamYard allows you to star comments. So, you're just here. So that you can find them again. I think then you have a little tab that tells.
Go on, star one.
Star one. That one. Right.
Oh.
And then,
then you can scroll.
then you find it there.
What?
There you go. Thank you, Tamara.
Tamara, we
Mind
didn't know
blown.
that.
So we can do that if we like a few and shortlist them, we can then go back to it.
Oh my goodness.
Or if it's scrolling on past and I think, oh, that's a comment I'd like to read out, I can star it, and then I don't have to pause the chat and lose all the rest of it.
Amazing.
Thank you. That's just a game changer, that one. I didn't even know you could do that.
Two people discovering how to use technology in front of your very eyes. Right. Tony and Jill are in. Happy New Year. Yes, same to you. See you next year. Well, I think we will see you. Didn't Tony and Jill go into the meetup?
I think so.
I
hope so.
Hopefully.
I think you said you
Anyway, so well done.
Old people using tech.
Old people using tech. Exactly that. Thank you for joining us. If you've made it to the end, we still have 187, it says in the corner up there. Thank you, and thank you for being with us throughout the whole year.
We will be there, says Tony and Jill.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
Yes, thank you. If you've been following the channel for the whole year, you'll know that our eBay ride was like a roller coaster, and it has remained that way pretty much all year.
Let's hope it's a bit more steady on the upwards trajectory next year.
Well, next year, let's quickly sum it up then. Next year, we're looking forward to something we can't talk about yet. We're looking forward to progress on the app with the app. We are looking forward to trying out Vinted. There you go. There's a few things we're looking forward to next year. And I'm looking forward to Stephen's channel. You can't back out, Stephen, now. You've got lots of people waiting for it.
That's true.
Right.
Yes. So thank you all for your support this year, and I hope you all have a fantastic new year. Enjoy.
Absolutely. Thank you. See you later, everybody.
Bye.